No, podcast about to get turned out.
What's the name of your show? What is it?
It's more of a YouTube, but the series is called Black by Nature, Free by Choice.
Well, male series.
Okay, this is more Black History Month series.
No, you know she's doing this. You think it's for Black?
Is this on? She thinks it's for Black History. This is just called a series. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah,
guys. She's going to try to make this an outtake, but whatever. Guys, if you are enjoying Black by Nature,
Philly by Choice,
Tell them one more time. Please
Mm-hmm.
make sure you drop some comments in the bottom after you like and subscribe to the page.
That's right.
All right? Let her know that you need more Black by Nature, Philly by Choice.
Yeah, we need it all year long.
Did you hear me? Let her know you need more Black by Nature, Philly by Choice.
This is gonna be
Mel, this is a part of the podcast where you get turned around. What made you do this series?
Because I love supporting my people. Okay. All right, y'all ready for real? I want to take down.
All right.
Hey y'all, it is I, your girl Melissa Nicole, and you are now tuned into another episode of Black by Nature, Philly by Choice. And today I have Melissa and Dom with me. They are some Philly creatives. Today we're going to talk about their pizza in the park.
Hey y'all.
Hey guys. Hi Mel. Hey.
Hey Mel.
So ladies, what inspired you to start Pizza in the Park?
I was going to pass this one to you.
What inspired you?
So technically, I don't even know. Content is what inspired me. I needed a filler. I needed to do something to show the people some kind of work, and it was in the middle of like the year, and it was just like, let's do something quick. And my dear friend here, she's great with the alliterations, and she came up with this Pizza in the Park, and I was like, I got a ring to it. I said it again. Say it again. She said Pizza in the Park, and I said, I'm gonna steal that. You okay if I steal that? She said, sure. And then
I ain't know this lady. She called me her dear friend. Right?
So true.
But I literally just met her. At this time, we're having a conversation. I probably maybe only met her 3 weeks before that. And I talk. I just kind of talk, whatever. And when she said it, I'm like, sure. Not knowing her execution is impeccable. She moves quick.
Okay,
right?
now.
Moves quick. And so this is some when we go back to inspiring, right? What inspired me, I was sitting out in Kelly Park with a friend eating pizza and margaritas. And I was like, I need to like do a little pizza in the park with some friends. I need to have pizza in the park with some friends. She tells me I don't got to tell her, and she's like, I want to sit. I'm like, yeah. And she moves forward. So how God works. We had someone who knew both of us, and we didn't know.
Oh wow!
So literally,
actually all know her. Yes,
Shannon.
Hey girl.
So literally, and I don't talk to Shannon on the phone very often, but ironically, I probably talk to Shannon on a Tuesday. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to start inviting more people out to have pizza in the park with me so I can make it a thing.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, that's cute. She's with Melissa on a Thursday. Melissa shows her the flyer.
Oh, wow.
Or the invite. She was having an invite because it was just supposed to be for content, right? She shows her an invite for Pizza in the Park. And she's like, wait, hold up. I never heard of this before. My girlfriend just told me about this. How are you doing this? So this one, entertaining? Dominique Michelle? Shannon, you know Shannon. I don't know. I know her in real life. Like, right? And so that's how it kind of all happened. We all came together and we were doing it just for fun. It was literally just for fun, but it was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yes. This is very much a thing. The first time we had it, we might have brought out maybe 30, 40 women.
Yes, and I was there.
Right? We were just like, it was our closest friends of friends. And remember, we didn't even have the speaker. Remember how I pulled the car up? Because I needed music. And to Dom's point, it was really just a day out with friends. But we needed content as an entrepreneur, as a creative, as a business person. And, in this day and age, with social media, Instagram, TikTok, all things, people need to see what you can do. And that was the opportunity. So Pizza in the Park 1 was amazing. And then it turned into
2, 3, 4, and more to come.
And what I love about their stories and how they form this sisterhood so fast, because it really lets me think about, a lot of times we can be competitive, but this just really shows collaboration over competition. So I really, really love that for you.
I'm gonna stay there real quick. I remember, like you said, it was really quick. We met each other at a networking event, and this was one of those things where I pushed myself to go, honestly. And when I went, I said, I'm going to connect with maybe 10 women in this space. I don't know them, but I have to connect with 10 women in this space. I'm just going to prepare myself to do that. Gave out these thank you cards. She was blown away by it. And literally, we just had conversation back and forth and DM. And I felt like I knew her for a long time. I remember saying to her, like, I don't know why I'm telling you all my business.
I'm just used to talking to
But it did. It came together really fast. And as you said, like building sisterhood. In the beginning, it was building, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was extremely smooth. Would you say that? It was a little like, I don't know if we should or not. Remember how I told you?
No, because I think I'm not on my part because you're more apprehensive about relationships than I am and trusting people. So for me, it was kind of just like we're in this, and even with the Peace in the Park part, where like my friends were kind of like side eye, like a lot of my friends were like, because I like the running joke is that she stole it, but she didn't. She said, "Dom, can I do this?"
Yes,
and I said it like, yeah, right. And so, like a lot of my friends kind of like before they met her, I was still like, it's going to happen. Y'all, you know how often I have ideas on ideas and how many things I don't execute. I was about to execute something with somebody. So I'm like, we in it.
Yeah, exactly.
We here. Yeah. It's up. And so it was, I wouldn't say it was any reservation on my part, right? Like,
she's right. There's a reservation on my part.
Yeah, you're more of a.
Yeah, I'm more of a.
Who sent you?
Yeah, very much who sent you. Very much like, who are you? Why are you here? What am I supposed to do with this? But that was just a season where I told myself and I asked God, put me with like-minded people, and He sent it fast. He sent you quick. He sent you really fast. Thank God you're here. Ooh,
okay. Ooh, that looks good.
This salad is beautiful. Y'all don't even.
Yes,
you sure can. Look, y'all. Ooh, can the camera see it? I don't know. It might be blocking.
I will figure that out.
No, it's not blocking.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. Can you
Yes.
see that's fine.
Oh gosh, we asked her to do so much.
It's not.
Is it blocking it? No.
Y'all meet Anye. You can't meet her, but she's here. She bought us pizza. We couldn't come here and not have pizza. Go ahead, Mel, because you said
yes. So just speaking off of that too, since you were kind of apprehensive, what challenges would you say that you both have faced since doing this?
You know what? I don't know if it was a challenge. I wouldn't quite name it challenge, but Dom and I think differently. So initially, Peace in the Park was supposed to be very small, very intimate. That's how we started. And I always see things like big and grandiose, and we need more. We need more. We need more. I was ready for Peace in the Park Festival, and she was like, "Let's take our time."
Now, because remember in the beginning of the conversation, I said I wanted to do more of these Peace in the Park with friends. So originally, I was thinking like, I'll invite you to have Peace in the Park with me. I'll invite these groups of people to have peace with me. Thank you.
No,
you guys are getting real life action.
No.
All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead and
just tell them where we at.
Yes, we are at Ivana. Can you speak more to that? Okay, because this was
I'm cracking up
on you. Because you've been
it
here
was Mel selection, but I have been here several times.
Yeah.
So we're in Philadelphia. If you guys don't know, we're at Ivana's on 22nd and the Parkway. It's a Black-owned business by a young lady named Felicia. She is the owner also of Amina's Hospitality. So that's Amina's, Sia, now Ivana's, and I believe it's another restaurant coming soon. The food is phenomenal. It has like a southern edge to it. What we have on the table currently, you'll see us eating their oxtail pizza. We have a baby arugula salad, shrimp scampi.
Ooh, and it's nice and hot. Nice and hot too. Okay.
Right. And then we'll insert the picture for the table side. Can you record that? The table side Caesar salad that's happening.
I just love these two. I love these two. Okay.
All right, we want to make sure right here. You see it? Okay, it's happening. Hopefully Mel's able to edit it that way.
Yeah.
You guys are going to get a real raw YouTube video. She's not even going to know what to do when she's editing. But we're here and we're having a great time. We hope you guys come visit. Invite me. But if you invite me, no, you have to pay for me.
Free promo, okay?
Yeah.
It was at this point we went from interview to full on mukbang. So just stick around because we had a time.
You're right.
So y'all, this is a little impromptu first bite. This is my first time having
So one camera. Then turn into a mukbang. We done turned into a mukbang. This was quite sophisticated.
Yeah, this is my first time having.
Are you on the mic?
Oh yes, I just want to do a little first bite. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is my first time having. What she say? Squid ink pasta, black pasta.
You better get some content.
That's right. Okay. Hopefully y'all can still. I should have put my little clip on. Hear me. Did y'all see that? Y'all see that? Yeah, this is good.
That's really good. We should just do pizza in the park here. What do you think? Pizza at the Pizza in the Parkway.
You see what I'm talking about when I say the alliterations? You see what I'm talking about?
Pizza on the Parkway.
Pizza on the Parkway. I think we should. I think that'd be all right with that.
No, you look good.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. Pizza on the Parkway. Dog.
I think we got a new.
This is how it happens.
Here.
No, you getting it like in real life how we work.
Cheese. You want cheese on it?
Absolutely.
Cheesy cheese or cheese?
Will be one time.
You can do cheesy.
Cheesy cheese or cheese?
Cheesy cheese. She know it is. Damn.
Well, I hope you're okay with this when you look at it. Because
I'm gonna make it work, honey. Trust me.
the people gonna love it. Now you got two videos.
That's what I'm about to say. They gonna love this. Oh, and then this is a what is it? Passiflora.
Mm-hmm.
Very fruity. I saw a mango and I knew I had to have it. You know, wherever I'm at, I like the islands to be also.
I'm not pass. No, he gave it to me first.
Good.
This is good. This is so good. The food is good.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
That's how much
I
wrong with
feel like
eating.
we should just do pizza on the Parkway. I think the girls will be okay.
I got earrings.
I feel like the girls will be okay. I think the girlies will be fine.
We walked up, it's like this little.
That's what I'm saying.
But it wouldn't be again. That would be the more intimate thing we talking about doing.
So while we're indulging,
We forgot for a second.
you know, that's how you know the food is good. So the pizza in the park is in September. So now that you got right, isn't it September?
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
No,
it was
it's
around like a
okay.
little bit after Labor Day.
so
Cheesy cheese, right?
Cheesy cheese
Cheesy
sticks.
cheese.
So Pizza in the Park originally, like I said, we started it. We did the first Labor Day weekend, Memorial weekend. And then when we decided to do it again, we said, hey, we're going to do another one in September.
Oh,
So Pizza in the Park started 2 times a year. We started the summer and we ended the summer for Pizza in the Park. Last year we just did one,
Thank you.
and that
You
one
too. Thank you.
was in September.
Enough salad. 3 of them for all of us. You would have got that one.
No, that's
It's okay.
fine.
It's
Thank
all
you.
good. It's
No,
good. No,
they saying it's so
want
good.
it.
I want to try it.
We want it.
Say, what's your name? I just asked you. I'm an handful already.
I'm a Scorpio. I understand.
Oh, you a Scorpio too? Oh, that's why you said that. I understand.
I understand.
No doubt. It's a good thing, though.
It's great.
Good, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to ask again in case you that part?
Yeah, we want to tip them well. Everybody is very nice. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I originally thought, because I thought it was in September. So now you said it's biannually.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
In the park.
biannually. Last year we just did September. Was it?
No, we just did May.
Got you. So this year we might be doing something a little different, but it does happen typically two times a year.
Okay. And I know it's on a very big grand scale. You all had a DJ. You have a theme. I'm going to insert some clips of their Pizza in the Park because you got to be there in Philly, okay?
So we have been doing it biannually. Now last year we did decide to just do May because you got to make a pivot in business, right? You have
Let's
to
talk
pivot.
about it. Let's talk about some of the
And
challenges that you guys
I'm very new to, I guess we're going to say the marketplace, right? I have business comes to find me. I never really, right? I have ideas. I told you I have ideas. I don't execute them. Come find me. So I'm still new to it. Not last year, 24, but 2023 when we did it in September. It was supposed to be September 9th. It rained, so we postponed it. September 17th was supposed to be completely clear of any type of precipitation. Up until about 7 o'clock the night before.
Oh, wow.
So we proceed because it's like it keeps looking like it's changing, it's up and down. If it does rain, it probably won't rain until about maybe an hour before it's over and it's a drizzle. We have the event. At the start of it, it starts drizzling. It stops. And like drizzle again. Maybe about 2 hours in, probably midpoint, it just pours. And I was completely over it, both of us. So like the pack up, because everything we are the crew. I'm not gonna say we are the crew. Melissa and my friends are the crew, and her friends are the crew, right? My friends typically come out in the morning, set up with her. Her people typically come out in the evening and break down with her. And that's a lot to be doing in rain. Things are wet. We're trying to have pretty props and installation. I was over it. So last year, May, we good. I was like, I'm good. We don't got to run it back. It is what it is. And then in May, it was extremely hot, actually, because we did it in June, right after. So it was really, really hot. And it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm not about to. We're good. It worked out. It did what it was. We sold over 120 tickets.
Oh, wow.
I stole about 80 people came out. I'm good. Like, I'm good for the year. So now we're heading up to this year, and we're considering pivoting, but not in a major way, right?
Gotcha. Pivoting what, location wise because of weather?
So what happens is, and as you talk about challenges, that was a challenge. That was the challenge. Is that it is called Pizza in the Park, and you have to be prepared for whatever happens in the park. But because Pizza in the Park is based on aesthetics, as you can clearly see, it is built on family fun, fashion. So we really need a beautiful day, but we can't predict that. That was the biggest challenge. And right now, even when we have talked, sometimes that is the challenge. We love our girls and guys. We love them and they love us. And we just always want to make sure that we give them the best opportunity. And we felt like the last two, due to weather, it was devastating to us. That's a challenge, trying to figure out what day Do we push it back? How much do we push it back? You know, it's business, and we care about the people. We care about the money. We when we're doing things, we think about how we want to spend and how we would want people to respond to us. That last one in September was so challenging. We pushed it back almost 3 times. I was like, hey, we got to do it because we got to show up for the people, and thanks to the people that show up for us.
So, what would you say? Are there any moments or experiences that's been the most influential along your journey to doing this together?
Her, she the influence, she the inspiration. I said to her when I met her, and I'm telling people again, like, you know, it's important to get around like-minded people. Um, and when I met her, it was me pushing myself. It was me really pushing myself to get out. I remember having a conversation with myself saying, you can't be a party planner or an event planner and not be at the events now. You can't, like, you're creative, but you inside. The people need to see you and see what you can do. And I remember structuring my business at first with like not wanting to see me at all. I literally always said I didn't want to be Pharrell. I wanted to be Chad. Like when you look at Neptunes, you see Pharrell and you see Chad. And if you know, you know there's a Chad, but you never see him. You always see Pharrell. And I was like, I don't want to be on the scene. I just want to be in the back. And I just want people to see the work and the work speak for itself. But
So,
what?
sorry. So, how did you overcome that?
Well, one, frustration and finances. I had to do something. But two, I had to just come to grips with the fact that people buy into. There are certain brands where people just buy into the brand because they buy into the person.
Yes, very true.
And I happen to have one of those brands. They buy into the person. They buy into the lifestyle. So it's not going to work if I'm not front and center. And she helps me with that. She helps me with that. Like, what'd you say when I first met you? You know a lot. You know a little bit about a lot of things.
I thought you were going to say when I met you, I was like, well, you got to go live more. I was like, why are you not on live? And again, remember, she's slow to kind of, she looked at me like, girl, come and tell me, why are you telling me what to do? And she took it. She was like, okay. But she was like, I did all the, she was actually having an event around the time I met her. She was having this event called Interlude and a New. Usually she does an annual event around March. Or host an event through Henricaed around March. And I'm like, well, you gotta go live, March. I haven't seen you. And she's like, I did all the things. But she started going live. Like, and at that time she wasn't comfortable with giving me all the sass. But in hindsight, I know it was like,
Here she go.
girl, I don't even know you. You don't know what I did. Don't tell me what I gotta be doing, right? Yeah. You talked about you said the inspiration, or not the inspiration.
Like, what influential moments did you
Right.
have or experiences that led you to this?
If I talk just about Peace in the Heart, I probably would say I'm ironically a girl's girl. I say ironically because somewhere in life I thought I was like a tomboy. I was raised by my father, and I was rough and tough, and I didn't wear pink. I wouldn't wear pink. I didn't like wearing skirts and dresses, and I have a skirt on, right? Because I was this tomboy, and that was something I feel like somebody else put on me. But I'm just a girl. Like at 38, I can say I'm just a girl, and I love my girls. I like to vibe, and so sitting out there, like I talked about Mel doing like a lot of the setup. I am the chief engagement officer, the chief officer of fun. So when I'm out there, I'm able to walk around and talk to the people. I'm messing, like, you know, having conversations, seeing how people are doing, and I love that. Where by that time, Mel likes to sit back and look at it happen. I like to be in it, right? So I like to be in it. Yes. Together. Mel will sit back and she's watching the people. She has this concept of like 5 senses when she built events. And so a lot of times when she has events, they're set up through your senses, right? But not only just through your senses, but also for the people who may be introverts. There's a lot of different elements, so she's watching all that play out, right? When you come to a Henricaed event, you're not going to feel awkward a lot of times. Like she already planned for you to be able, if you're an introvert, to get to the bar seamlessly without having to walk through crowds and things like that.
Yeah.
So at Pizza in the Park, she's doing just that, right? She's sitting back and she's watching how things move while I'm in it. Okay, I'm over playing rope with the girls. I done had a chicken wing with these people. I'm sitting on these people's picnic area. I am just moving around, right? And that's it for me of being there, connecting, not just with the girls, but for me, again, this whole connection is spiritual, connecting with God, right? So we're sitting over something that's very nostalgic. It takes you many people back to some of their earlier days, eating pizza. Very simple. That was your Friday, maybe a Saturday thing. But then we're also on something very simple that God created. And for me, it's that. Like, I'm able to sit on God's world and connect with his people. And for some people, just being there is ministry. Being able to release and relax.
Yes.
Right?
And connecting with other women.
That's ministry. That's powerful to me. And we overlook these ways that God can use us. God doesn't always got to use us inside this church.
Yes.
Inside these buildings.
She preaching, y'all. She's preaching. She always does.
And so I'm going to try not to be long with it. No. That's what does it for me. When I'm seeing people who may necessarily be like running all day, literally just sitting there having a great time, relaxing. They're laying back. They're choking, and everything that happened before the time and about to happen at the time is not the focal point. Even if it is in their mind, they're still being present in a moment. I have never seen a person where they look like they're kind of just like still in motion. Most people are very just, and I can contribute it to them feeling good and looking beautiful. Yes, I definitely do. And I say that because she talked about us being different. And I told her before, I'm like a sponge. You put me around it, it makes sense to me. I can soak it up. So in the beginning, I really wasn't an aesthetic girl. She found me at a time. I say she found me because she came over to me at the table where we met at the event because I was being very nonchalant.
Don't be afraid to go find the people, guys. Don't be afraid. You got to find them. You got to go get them.
I was sitting at the table kind of just like quiet. I get very awkward when I'm by myself. So all the personality you normally get. So she came to me, right? And so learning that aesthetic matters, I brightened back up. Like I used to always wear colors. And she was like, why you don't wear color no more? I'm wearing black. Gaining weight, like that was during COVID, so it just became easier to wear something black, right? I've never been a small girl, but as I started like gaining weight, it was kind of like, I don't like the way this looks, I don't like the way that looks. So being around Mel, I started learning but being open up to aesthetic, how much it matters, the impact, right? And so watching a lady sit out there and look good, feel good in front of their picnic skate, looking good, it's just like, again, it's ministry, it's God's moving. It shows you that God shines down on women. For me, particularly black women.
Yes. Okay.
Talk about that part.
For me, right? Yes.
Can I jump in on that part? We always go through that too, black women versus, or just, the whole black experience. And I'm always here for the black experience. I think we are an amazing set of people. I think people need to see us in more of our glory, which is why the brand is built on aesthetics and making sure that everything, looks good. I always say to people and to Dom, even when Mel, when you look good, you feel good, and you behave well. So we always try to create an environment where people can do that. Get an opportunity to actually really love how they look, right? So that's important for me. Dom talks a lot about, black girl, black everything. And I'm like, yes, I'm here for that, but I'm here for the people with the lifestyle. I'm here for the people who want to I'm here for it all. I don't care. I'm black, Asian, white, I don't care. If you are about the experience, we want you there. If you are about looking good, we want you there. If you are about getting pizza but trying it in the elaborate way that we are eating pizza right now, because this is so pizza in the park. This is so pizza in the park. I'm here for that. And and I think that doesn't have any color or race on it or background. I mean, it could be anybody, anywhere, in any fashion. And I always want everyone to feel like a star, if even for just a moment. That's what it's about.
Yes.
Feeling like important, even if it's for 5 minutes.
See, I see you are already dropping a whole lot of gems, which is leading to my next question. What advice would you all give to an aspiring Black entrepreneur and a creative? What advice would you give, especially in those rough times? Because I see you all had some challenges, but you overcome them. And then even this one's for me personally, because I feel like being out in this creative world, sometimes it's hard for me to actually make friends because I'm kind of on the same boat as Mel. It kind of takes me a while to trust people. So what would you also say, which I know we should have discernment, but just how you guys click so fast? What still lets you, even when you kind of had that doubt, let you keep going?
I think what I said earlier, just networking, pushing yourself to get out and really be around like-minded people. They say if you want to go somewhere, go by yourself, and if you want to get there faster, go with others. And it's really true. I don't think that I would be where I'm at today if I didn't make that decision 2-3 years ago to just get in a room with like-minded people. So my advice to all the entrepreneurs, Black, white, or indifferent, is get in a room with like-minded people. Even if you're just in the room, just be in the room. Like, I'm not saying that you have to do it all. I'm a do it all kind of person. I'm not saying you have to do that, but just get in the room, because people, when they see you,
I want that. Right? Can you bring us some water? But it can be right. Yeah, regular tap. Okay. Because I ran through that little.
Okay. And I'm gonna get one of those. Yeah, just get in the room, because the person from the outside don't know the difference. They just know you with the right people. They just know you in this circle. And that's what's important. Sometimes just being in the circle so people can align you or associate you with certain things. You know?
So talk about how you like to go in terms of being intentional.
That's a good one.
What's your podcast response?
Yes. I always walk into every room with intentionality for the most part. But a couple years ago, when I walked into that room, I walked in there with intention. I said, I don't care if it can be a very small goal. My only goal that day was to meet 10 women and have them know that I appreciate them talking to me. You can have it. My other goal that year was, listen, you don't need to do anything else but let the people know this H, know this logo, and know your face. That is it. So the intentional part doesn't have to be big, but you need to walk into every room with something in mind. Even if it's like, I'm going out tonight and I need to meet one person. Those things help you move forward. Just start small. I'm going in here today and I'm going to actually sit at the bar by myself. I'm going into this room today and I'm just going to shake somebody's hand. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be small steps. But knowing why you're walking in the room helps you feel accomplished and it keeps you focused.
I love that. Love that. Confidence.
So we go back and forth about how we met. And so remember she said she walked in from saying she was going to meet 10 people. And she knew, I think you said about a couple of them you were going to connect with in a certain way.
I wanted to, yeah.
She wanted to connect with certain people on a different level, right? And so she came and had this conversation with me. And I was talking to whoever walked up to me. But me and her just had her quick. And I didn't think nothing of it because I share information and who I know, how I can help you, blah, 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 without anything. And she came back and handed me the thank you card. And it blew my mind because
that's something I would do. We connect.
But that's because I never experienced anything like that because not even because like you're at an event. So she came back and handed me a thank you card. How the heck did you even have time to write this? So I said, I'm like, she's like, well, because I already knew who I was coming in the room to meet.
Oh, you're about to get me teary-eyed, okay?
So I already knew who I was coming into the room to meet. So I pretty much had each note already written out. I just had to put it on the card.
And put a name to it.
And put a name, right? Because I knew who I was coming to meet. I asked God to show me. And again, as a sponge, I take that. When I go in spaces, I'll talk to her and she'll be like, what's your intention? Because a lot of times I just show up because, again, business comes to find me. I don't really find business. So I'm just in spaces and I'm just there and I'm
having a ball. Okay.
Yes. And people are like, oh my God, how you know or how you get, how you do? And I'm like, I'm here. And so when I go somewhere, she's like, so what's your intention? I'm like, now it's second nature for me when I walk into a room. I'm like, God, connect me with right? That's going to help me, like in the season of I call it the season of two becoming one, as I'm walking into getting married, right? Yes. And I say that just because I don't really like putting so much emphasis on it because it's another milestone. It's not just,
but it's important, girl.
It's important. Yes. Sometimes I think, and it's slightly on topic. Sometimes I think we make it the end all to be all to womanhood.
I agree with that. Right? Yes, I do agree with that.
And if it celebrate me because I started piecing apart.
Yes.
Show up the same way for piecing apart as you want to show up for this wedding. Yes. So, I know I'm getting invited. Yes. I know you were invited to piecing apart.
Where were you for that, huh?
Right? Like you were dead serious. You were invited to piecing apart. And that's something that can literally shift the generations, right? And me doing business can literally shift my generations to come. But right,
as you talk about generations, remember when Kyla said, so my daughter said to me one day, because she's always like, she's so fascinated by how Dom knows everybody. Me too. I'm still fascinated by how Dom knows everybody. I go places and they just know Dom and Dom knows them. And I'm like, my friend knows a lot of people and I take pride in that. Because to her point, she can go ahead and be the communications person and know all the people.
See, I know the people across the way.
Right? Yeah, I know. I heard her say something about Dom.
Well, I used to do after school program and stuff for her kids. I used to do after school programming, and her children was in my program. And she lives in my neighborhood, so we see each other from time to time, stuff like that. I just be places and know people.
But what's important about that, and she takes it so lightly. There's so many people in this world who just want to know people. They go into rooms just to know people. Yes. Like they pay money to know people. She doesn't have that as a problem, which tells me that that's her gift.
Yes, it is. Especially when you're saying they just come to
right. They just come to business finds her.
Exactly.
So my role in her life was to like structure her. But her role in my life was to free up. Free up. Yes. My daughter said one day, because she's so fascinating, she's like, Miss Dom knows everybody. And I was like, I know her, I know. She said, oh, I want to be like that. If I have Miss Dom's like social, like how Miss Dom know everybody, but your work ethic, I'd be a beast. And I was like, you might be onto something, daughter. I think you might be right. A Dom and a Melissa, but meshed into one is unstoppable.
You want to get a mic back, but my ADHD, where was it? My ADHD. You can keep this in there.
What advice would you give to an aspiring?
That's right. Okay. So, but I was elaborating on her being intentional, right? Yes. So that was one part about. I definitely would agree with the being intentional. The other advice I probably would say would be, just do it. Right? Just do it. That's been some of my. I'm not. I am. I wouldn't consider myself to be an overthinker, right? And a lot of times we're overthinking because we don't trust what we first thought. And I will keep looking things up. I will keep researching. I will keep figuring and playing around with this idea, and it will stay just right there. Just right there. It's many ideas I had before I met Mel and had Piece in the Park. It's different things I have like dabbled at and done, right? A lot of money I could have made because just like I do know a lot of people and I have done different things, and a lot of times I'm willing to just do it for free. Like I'm willing to just do it for free. So money has passed me.
Talking about generational wealth, honey. You still gotta get paid.
And I'm at a different place now.
Yes,
I'm at a different place.
Okay,
I'm at a different place. So one of the reasons I know a lot of people is because I'm willing to volunteer. But at this place in my life where I'm limited in overthinking, I also understand my I said this to you yesterday, my unique proposition, right? I understand more of what I'm able to bring to a space. Everybody just can't ask me to volunteer. Like it has to be God led. Like, and if it's God led, it's because my talent serves the space, and the space will now serve me. When at my last job, I oversee like an internship. I was an internship coordinator, and I used to take jobs because I wanted to make an impact. And what I tell them now, the job needs to impact you as much as you're making an impact. So I'm definitely in a different impact, and I probably would say that too. In business, you need to be making sure you're making an impact. So are you just doing this because hair is selling, or do you really care about the way women look in their hair?
Yes.
And I know it's a young lady, she started she had a hairline with all naturally black looking hair, very thick, coarse looking hair, because she wanted women to have more hairstyles that look like they blended with their natural hair instead of having this more of a European look, right? And that had a reason. But are you just selling hair because you know the hair will sell? Or are you trying to make impact? And that's what I would say. Yes. What's the impact? Even as a business, I'm not even saying go be a nonprofit, but as a business, what is the impact that you're trying to make in your community?
Yes, I would second that for sure. I would second that.
Podcast is fine.
I would definitely second that. Yeah.
So, ladies, we're wrapping this up so we can eat our good up food.
Yes, the
So-
good up things. Yes.
Where can the people find you?
Oh, the people can find us at Pizza in the Park Picnic on Instagram. They can find us on TikTok too, right?
Yeah, we'll be more active over there now. Yes, on TikTok as well. We'll be more active for sure.
And then separately, please follow separately too. You can find me at Henricaed. That is Henry with the I, so HENRICAED on Instagram. You pretty much can find me at Henricaed everywhere because that's who I am. Wherever you need to go, except for what there's one I'm not on.
I don't feel like you. Are you on TikTok?
I am.
Are you on Fanbase?
I am not.
I'm on Fan. It's owned by a black man.
Oh. So we all need to go and get on Fanbase.
Yes. When everybody was running from Twitter, y'all was running to another Chinese site. I ran to Fanbase.
So we need to get on Fanbase.
Yes. Okay.
Where can they find you?
So because I dabble in business finds me, you can find me in 2 different places outside of Pizza in the Park because that comes straight to my phone, right? Pizza in the Park comes straight to me if you wanna. Also, this dope joint because isn't she?
Yeah. No, she really is dope though. You think she dope too?
Yes.
I thought it was just me.
Because isn't she right? This dope joy, and we can get later into what that is. But then entertain_B.
Yeah.
You can find me there.
Well, thank you, ladies. And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Black by Nature, Philly by Choice. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Welcome us. Tell her to bring us back.